I've learned that nothing in life is truly worthwhile unless you take risks. Nelson Mandela once said, "There is no passion to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living." And that hit me deeply, because too often we are told to play it safe. We're told, have something to fall back on. But think about it. If you're always ready to fall back, you'll never give everything to move forward. If I fall, I don't want to fall back on comfort. I want to fall forward, because at least that way, I can see what I'm going to hit. Without consistency, without passion, without risk, you'll never finish what you started. So do what sets your soul on fire. Take chances. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test where you must connect 9 dots with 4 straight lines without lifting your pencil. The only way to solve it is to go beyond the borders, outside the box. And that's the truth about life. The limits you believe in are often just lines you drew yourself. Don't be afraid to fail big. Don't be afraid to dream even bigger. Because dreams without goals are just dreams. And goals, without consistent action, remain nothing but silent wishes. Reggie Jackson struck out more than 2,600 times, more than anyone in baseball history. But no one remembers the strikeouts. They remember the home runs. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times, but it was on the 1,001st try that he gave the world the light bulb. That's what it means to fall forward, to move with courage when others stop from fear, to trust that every mistake is not the end, it's the doorway to the next breakthrough. So here's the truth. If you want to live a life that matters, you must be willing to stand where comfort ends and where the unknown begins. Fall forward and never, ever play small. You will fail at some point in your life. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will fall short of expectations, your own and others. But listen carefully. That's not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your becoming. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the foundation of it. Each rejection, each mistake, each moment you feel like giving up, they're chiseling away the weaker parts of you, revealing what you're truly made of. When I first started out, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical. Perfect role, perfect timing. Except for one thing, I couldn't sing, and I didn't get the job. But I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of that room and said, "All right, I'll be ready for the next one." And the next, and the next. You see, there's an old saying, if you hang around the barber shop long enough, sooner or later, you're going to get a haircut. Keep showing up. Keep preparing. Keep knocking on the same doors that once closed in your face, because one day they'll open for you. Years later, I performed in a play on Broadway, Fences. And here's the crazy part. It was at the exact same theater where I had failed that first audition 30 years earlier. Life came full circle, not because of luck, but because of persistence, because I didn't let failure write the final chapter. So remember this. Every no brings you closer to your yes. Every fall teaches you how to rise stronger. And every closed door is a test of whether you still believe in what you say you want. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. If you want something you've never had, you must do something you've never done. Don't hide from failure. Shake its hand. Learn from it. Grow from it. Because every stumble you take forward still moves you closer to your purpose. Now imagine this. It's your final day. You're lying on your deathbed. And around you stand silent figures. They're not family, not friends. They're the ghosts of the dreams you never chased, the ghosts of the talents you never used, the ideas you never dared to bring to life, They stare at you with disappointment, not because you failed, but because you never tried. They whisper, "We came to you because you were the one who could have made us real." But now, they'll have to go to the grave with you. Think about that for a moment. How many ghosts will stand around your bed when your time comes? Will they be the ghosts of courage, smiling because you lived boldly? Or the ghosts of fear, angry that you let them die inside your comfort zone? You see, life doesn't punish the brave. It rewards them. It's the silent ones who look back in regret, realizing the greatest pain isn't falling. It's never taking the leap. So make your choice now, while you still can. Use your gifts, even if you think they're small. Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. Act on your ideas before they fade into the noise of someday. Because every dream you ignore becomes a ghost waiting at the end of your story. And when that moment comes, when you take your final breath, you should be surrounded not by ghosts of regret, but by spirits of fulfillment, whispering, "Thank you for bringing us to life." The world doesn't just need more dreamers, it needs doers, people who use what they have, right now, to make a difference. When I traveled to places where poverty runs deep, I saw something that changed me. It wasn't just the need for food or money. It was the hunger for hope, the desire to believe that someone, somewhere, still cares. But listen, the world's pain isn't just out there. It's in your own city, your own family, your own heart. And maybe that's where you're meant to start. Some of you have money. Some of you have time. Some of you have patience, kindness, empathy, creativity, love. Whatever your gift is, use it. Because the question isn't, what do you have? It's, what are you going to do with what you have? Your talent, your energy, your compassion. They are the currency of purpose. You were not born just to exist, to chase comfort, or to collect things. You were born to give, to lift, to change something. The truth is, the world doesn't get better by itself. It gets better when ordinary people decide to show up. When someone like you says, "I'll be the one." So wherever you go, whatever you do, give your all. Give your heart. Give your gift back to life. Because in the end, the measure of success isn't how much you've earned, but how much you've given. My own path wasn't straight. It never is. I started college studying pre-med. I thought I wanted to heal people. Then I failed. I switched to law, failed again. Journalism, failed again. My grades collapsed, and the university gently told me to take a break. I was 20 years old, lost, confused, and ashamed. And then one day, as I was helping my mother in her beauty shop, an older woman looked at me through the mirror. She watched me closely, silently, as if she saw something I didn't. Finally, she took off her hairdryer and said, "Young man, I have a prophecy. You will travel the world, and you will speak to millions of people." I smiled politely, but inside, I didn't believe her. I couldn't even see a future for myself. How could she? But life has a way of revealing its truth only when you start walking toward it. Years later, I stood on stages around the world, speaking to millions through my films. And suddenly, her prophecy made sense. Not because I followed a perfect plan, but because I followed faith, persistence, and purpose. So remember this. Life will never be a straight road. You will stumble. You will get lost. But sometimes, losing your way is how you find your destiny. Take the chances. Meet the people. Love deeply. Believe even when you can't see. Because every risk you take, every fall you survive, shapes who you are meant to become. Never hold back. Never stop giving. And when you fall, because you will, fall forward. Fall with faith, with purpose, and with everything you've got.